Joining us is Ant Pegues, head football coach of the Farrell Steelers, getting ready for his 5th season at the helm of Farrell. And coach, in a blink of an eye, you're in your 5th year now. Time is flying, isn't it?
Oh wow, it's moving pretty quick. Started this back in 19 and 5 years. Wow, that's moving pretty fast.
What's been the best part of this job? What keeps you motivated every day to go back to work?
It's just the kids, seeing kids grow, seeing the kids develop, and not just football. It's the off the field things. Seeing kids mature and become young men and getting it done in the classroom. It's just so many factors, not just football, but it's so many factors. It all boils down to the kids.
As you reflect on 2022, it was obviously a very successful year for Farrell, winning another District 10 championship. But I'm guessing the way the year ended is still a little bit under your craw a little bit. How the season ended.
Oh, for sure. Westinghouse put a little beating on us, and it was one of those things that still got that sour taste in my mouth, and that's been our motivation for this off season. They beat us 34-6, and I can still remember that game vividly. We were missing a key part of our game, but not to make any excuses, they were the better team. But overall, it was a great year, and we're looking to build on that.
And my looking to build on that is looking at your schedule, and I'm thinking, what are you doing, Coach? I mean, the region games are brutal as they are, and now you added a Warren Harding and Cathedral Prep. I mean, oh my goodness.
Yeah. We wanted to beef up the schedule. We look to play anyone. We're not ducking no one, and we're looking to play whoever. We're looking to play the best out there, and as tough as our region is, we wanted to add some more tough games in there, kind of prepare us for the state playoffs and the playoffs, and that's what we did by adding Warren Harding over at Mollenkopf Stadium. I wanted to make sure we got over there and played in front of a big crowd, and then add Cathedral Prep, one of the best in D10 at the end of the year, kind of prepare us moving on to the playoffs. So we just wanted to upgrade our schedule, so to speak.
You return some very talented players led by Cabron Smith and Brandon Chambers. Talk about these two and what do you hope to see out of them?
First of all, those two are first cousins. If people didn't know that, so their chemistry and that they have for each other and talent wise, those two is the best they can get. Brandon's definitely a Division I player, and Cabron is being recruited very well right now, and he's one of the top quarterbacks in District 10. And those two, they can get it done. They're very exciting and they work very hard. And the crazy part about it is that they really get it done in the classroom as well. So they're just really two good ones.
There's no shortage of skill players on your roster. Julius Phillips, Jules Johnson, Nick Andrada, Danny Odom. I mean, Samir Wade. I mean, there is a lot of talent on your offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, for sure. With us losing Kylan Wilson and Lamont Samuels last year, you can't replace those guys. But this combination group of athletes that we have this year is probably a better group overall. And they're very, very talented, got some size, a lot of speed, and they put in a lot of work and time and effort, and this is a very good bunch.
One of the guys that's under the radar from my perspective, and he's been for a couple years, but this could be his breakout year, is Marion Norris.
Yes, Marion Norris, boy. He's known as a linebacker, but he's really going to do some stuff for us on offense. We're going to move him around and get him some touches there and there. He's a very smart kid, fast, quick, put in a lot of work in the off season, got stronger, and he's very under the radar. But he's one of the top linebackers, I believe, in District 10 for sure, if not the state. And he's going to really show that this year.
Big guys up front, led by Marcel Cheeks and Malachi Green. Always a strength of your team. I assume it'll be a strength again this year.
Oh, for sure. You got to add Harry Parker into that mix, and Darnell the camera, and Chaz Mercurio's been coming on for us. He's going to play some center for us this year, and we got a really good group up front. Not as big as we used to be, but definitely a lot quicker, a lot stronger that can get on to people, and we're going to look good up front.
What's the concern right now as you look at your team, as you get ready for a scrimmage here in a week, and then opening night in Northeast? What concerns you, if anything? Just
a little inexperience in some of the positions. some of our defensive ends, they're going to be new to starting the defense end compared to what we had in the past few years, but they're just as good. They put in a lot of work. They just don't have a lot of reps. So they're kind of going to be learning on the fly. But they got a great coach in Dante Newell and Omar Stewart, and those guys is really coaching those guys up. But that's kind of my main concern there. Offensively, I believe that we're really solid on the offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball. But thus, main concern is kind of my DNs.
What's the goals this year, Coach? Knowing you and knowing Farrell, they probably haven't changed, but it's a new season. So what's the goals here in 2023?
They didn't change for us, Bob. We're looking to win the region, we're looking to win the district, and we're looking to vie for a state title. We think we could get there, and we not only get there, but I believe we could actually win it. We think we get there and take down the Southern Columbia or whoever's going to be down there. But the way these kids are putting that work in and the time and effort and talent that we have, I believe this could be our year.
A year ago, you were going through the at least some of the distraction of the new stadium and the new build. It's got to be thrilling to be able to use that facility day in and day out, and having that opportunity is very, very special.
Oh, very special, Bob. Just to come right out the locker room, right onto the field, and as long as it's not thunder, we're out there no matter what. We've been on that field probably since January, when there was not a lot of snow, and even it was snowing, we were still out there working out, and that's just something that we couldn't wait to have for years, and finally this is going to be our first camp having this turf field, and we just see the difference. The kids use it so much. That field is probably getting used 7 days a week right now. And that's kind of what we envisioned. That's kind of what we wanted. And not just from high school kids, but all the way down to midgets and peewees. The field stays packed daily. And it's just been so much. It's just been so great. Not just only for football, because you got track people just up there, track and softball was able to use it. It's just a blessing to have.
Coach, we appreciate your time as always. Have a great season. Very successful, very healthy, and I'm sure we will cross paths multiple times.
Oh, bro, I appreciate it. Once again, appreciate what you guys do for this valley, and I'm sure I'll see you soon.